So, can you guys hear me? Let's see. I think I was on mute. Let me see. I was on mute by accident. I was talking this whole time, but that's okay. So, all right, guys. Sorry about that. Okay, let me show you this picture. Lady Liberty. Now, basically, I want to show you guys the theory as why I believe the yeah, sorry, Lou. Yeah, I think I was on mute. I think whenever I was clicking to basically select a picture, I think my arrow point clicked on the mute. So that's why, yeah, that's why I noticed. I'm like, I'm talking. I'm like, I'm saying some crazy stuff and no reaction. I'm like, what the hell is going on? So I was like, what? Okay, now let's get back to it. Don't worry. Like you guys didn't really miss much, but yeah, there was a lot of information I was dropping. So basically, I wanted to start with the symbolism behind the Statue of Liberty. Now, the Statue of Liberty comes from let's see, Lady Libertas, right? She was the goddess of liberty. She was the personification of liberty in Rome. And one of her worship was, let me show you guys, let me grab it on Wikipedia. I have like history, I love Greek mythology, so I have a lot of books and stuff like that. But for this stream, I'm just gonna focus on, you know, Wikipedia and just grab the information that I really know so I don't mess up. So, Libertas was liberty or freedom in Latin, and she was the personification of liberty. And what's happening is she was basically the symbol of liberty back in ancient time, right? Now, coming back to Apollo, I'm gonna go back to the beginning. Apollo, right? And talking about the Statue of Liberty, the Statue of Liberty is looked at as the symbol for foreigners, for freedom, right? Immigrants. And let me read you a quote of an immigrant back in the day when the Statue of Liberty was erected. The story about the Statue of Liberty, for those who don't know, it was built by a Frenchman, and he gave it to the United States as a present. And the Statue of Liberty was built over there in pieces, like the hat, the torch, and all that stuff. And they shipped the pieces to America, and it was assembled here in New York. And a few years after, it started get decaying and all that stuff. So the government offered, they raised a lot of money. They invested like, wow, a lot of money to renovate it. I think it was back in the 80s. And after 9/11, they shut it down. You couldn't have access to it and stuff like that. But let me read you a quote from an immigrant, right? Because the symbol of the Statue of Liberty represented freedom and all that stuff, right? Let me read a quote from an immigrant. It says, one immigrant, that was back in the early 1900s. It says, one immigrant who arrived from Greece recalled, I saw the Statue of Liberty and I said to myself, lady, okay, we'll continue. Lady, you're such a beautiful. You open your arms and you get all the foreigners here. Give me a chance to prove that I am worth it, to do something, to be someone in America. Okay. So the Statue of Liberty became a symbol of freedom, and you know, a lot of immigrants at that time they were coming from the seas, right? And then once airplanes were developed, now people could fly over, right? And America is known through our history to be a very immigrant-friendly nation, welcoming immigrants from all over the nations. Usually, immigrants they come here whether they're fleeing for war, they come here to make money, they come here to study, they come here to start a life. So it's a land of immigrants and a land of opportunity. Everybody around the world come here to make money. It's a business place, and this statue basically embody all of it, right? Now, when you hear the word Lady Liberty, you assume that the Statue of Liberty is female, right? Let me show you something. Now let's get Lady Liberty out of the way. Can you guys still hear me? I notice I don't have my button in mute now. You guys can hear me, huh? Hey, man. Hey, yeah, I'm gonna have a bunch of streams, man. Hey, you gotta get to work, man. I got all this free time. I gotta be useful, you know. So let me switch up. Let me show you. Okay, the picture that I have right now, it's Lady Liberty, right? Okay, let me switch up. Tell me what you see. What do you see here? This is supposed to be Apollo, right? Look at him. Right? He's holding an instrument, a Roman. I forgot was it fleur de leaves. I forgot what it's called. I know in French it's called fleur de leaves. And look at this, right? The symbolism. He got a ponytail. Here's another statue. Let me remove the banner so you guys can see it. Hold on a second. Okay. Okay. Now you guys can see it. All right. What other picture can I show you guys? Hold on. Yeah, I think this is enough pictures for you to basically show you what I'm trying to say. There was one other picture of Apollo that I had, but there are certain pictures I don't want to show because it shows a lot of nudity. But let me see if I can find one where it's not gonna be so bad. Let's see, torch, because the symbolism is very, very amazing. And usually, like to find certain pictures, it's kind of hard because YouTube, I mean, Google deletes a lot of stuff. So whenever I'm searching something and I'm like, man, I knew I saw it here. Why is it not there? Yeah, that's what usually happens. They always kind of delete stuff and makes me mad. But I mean, just look at some of the pictures I just posted there. I mean, those pictures look suspect. Okay, I think I found. I think I found one good picture that will really embody what I'm trying to say. Hold on one second. Let me share it to you guys. All these pictures is just to basically make you guys think. Maybe you'd be like, oh, he's on to something, you know? Look at this. Look at this, guys. Look at this. And now you're starting to see and understand where I'm going with this, huh? Let me see if I can give you this other one. Watch this. What do you guys see? I'll give you guys a few minutes to process this image before I can move on to the description, like the background story of Apollo Just want you to look at this picture carefully. See the resemblance, the features, and tell me what if you don't see what I see. All right, let me read about Apollo. Apollo. Yeah, let me hide that wee wee. Okay, let me read up on Apollo. Apollo, for those you don't know, was a Greek god, one of the sons of Zeus, and he's known as uh, the god of archery, music, dance, truth, and prophecy. He's the god of the oracles and healing and disease, the god of the sun and light, poetry, and more. Now, those are more information, but I want to focus on this particular information that should really pull your ears as to why I say that the Statue of Liberty is not a female, but it's a man. Don't let the clothing fool you. They dress it up. Hence that song. They looks like a lady. Y'all remember that song? Dude looks like a lady. Now, like I say, this is my opinion, and you know, the conclusion I've come is basically putting all the information that I know together. I can't really prove it because whoever made this statue is long dead, right? If anything, he should be the one who's gonna give us the answer. Even if he's lying, if we can hear from his own mouth to say that, yeah, even though we're calling it Lady Liberty, but the concept is not of a female; it's a man. So he's not here to tell us. So we can only use the symbolism that he quote unquote said the statue represented and compare it because there's not really a lot of information on Lady Liberty except a few statues you can find in Rome and in different parts of Greece under a different name. But you're gonna find plenty of stuff for Apollo, right? Now check this out. They said this particular paragraph in Wikipedia says Apollo was an oracular god, the prophetic deity of the Delphi oracle. And it says that Apollo is the god who affords help and wards off evil. They call him the averter of evil. Now, here's a phrase or a sentence that should pull your ear and understand why I had to start with Lady Liberty, the Statue of Liberty, and what it represents to Apollo. It says, Delphic Apollo is the patron of seafarers, foreigners, and the protector of fugitives and refugees. Stop for a moment. Hold up. Hold up. Hold up. Hold up. Hold up. This is groundbreaking. Whoa, 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 whoa. Ho 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 ho. Hold on. Hold on. Hold up. Mm-mm-mm. This is what happened when I saw this and I was like, wait, what? Hold up. Lady Liberty. Right? They say lady, right? Check this out. Lady? Lady? Is that a lady? Huh? Let me take the band out so I can show. Okay. Okay. Lady? Is that a lady? Is this a lady? Is that two ladies? Hmm? Is this a lady? Huh? Is this a lady? Hmm? Is this a lady? Let me read that phrase again. Hold on one second. Let me put this back so you guys can see. I want to torture you guys. But let me hide his wee wee, his little shrunk wee wee. I guess it was too cold, but it's hot for you to be like that. It has to be hot. But anywho, okay, let me read it again. It says Delphic Apollo is the patron of seafarers, sailors, people who sail, huh? Foreigners, immigrants, and the protector of fugitives, those who seek political asylums, huh? And refugees. Refugees. What did that guy in New York say? Let me read it again. The immigrant from Greece, right? Who basically mentioned that the Statue of Liberty represented something to immigrants. I saw the Statue of Liberty and I said to myself, Lady, you're such a beautiful. You open your arms and you said, all the foreigners here. Give me a chance to prove that I am worth it, to do something, to be someone in America. Huh? Lady, lady. Okay. Now, I've gotten that out of the way, right? Now, I'm gonna show you certain information that will basically prove my conclusion that the Statue of Liberty is not a lady. It's a drag. It's a drag. You've been calling a dude a lady all these years. You know what? Let me go to my mode. Oh, you guys were fooled. Dude looks like a lady. Dude look like a lady. You know what? Let me read that quote. Let me read that lyric. You know what? This is the perfect moment. I don't like singing, but let me read you the quote from this song. You guys know it. From Miss Dubfire. Huh? Okay. Hold on, hold on. All right. This will basically put everything full circle. Before I can read the article, that little detail about Apollo to prove you that he's a drag. And it's more than that. Let me get you the quote by the band Aerosmith, right? The song it's called Dude Looks Like a Lady. I won't read the chorus and all that bullshit because it say dude looks like a lady. Let me read you the first verse. Cruise into a bar on the shore. Her picture graced the grime on the door. She's a long lost love at first bite. Baby, maybe you're wrong, but you know it's all right. That's right. Backstage, we're having the time of our lives until somebody says, forgive me if I seem out of line. Then she whipped out a gun and tried to blow me away. Okay. Uh, Let me read the next part. So never judge a book by its cover, or who you gonna love by your lover. Love put me wise to her love in disguise. She had the body of a Venus. Lord, imagine my surprise. Dude looks like a lady. And then the last part of the little break part, it says, let me take a peek, dear. Baby, let me follow you down. Do me, do me, do me all night. Baby, let me follow you down. Turn the other cheek. And people, we all sang this song. Do you understand what he's talking about? Ah, it's amazing. I didn't even think of that. It's interesting as I was reading around. Then it clicked in my head. I'm like, wait a minute. There's a song called "Dude Looks a Lady," and the lyric very suspect, very suspect. And what a coincidence! A movie called Miss Doubtfire. It's about a father who loves his children going through a divorce. Will go to any means necessary to basically spend time with his children. And what does he do? He becomes a drag. Mrs. Doubtfire. And you mean to tell me that my conclusion cannot be too far from saying that the Statue of Liberty is actually Apollo, a man dressed in a dress to make it seem like he's a woman, but it's actually a dude? Now, this other part is gonna be kind of rough because it's a subject that usually pisses me off. Now, in Wikipedia, they have a section because if for those of you who know Greek mythology and all that stuff, they were very by those deities. They love to swing on the other side. And what I'm saying is, of course, there's gonna be some naysayers. They because remember, some people they don't want to think beyond. They don't want to use their own brain. You know, I say the greatest thing we have is our mind. Like as a child, you you could imagine anything, but how come when you become an adult, it's like you're forbidden to think beyond your imagination, as if thinking is wrong. You know, for years back, I used to, people who didn't think like me or had a different view of me, like, I will be like, well, you know, they don't see what I see, so they're wrong. But as I mature, I have come to understand that each one of us, we only see the piece of the pie. None of us know the whole thing. We only see the piece of it. Like I always like to use this example. An accident happen, right? Let's say it happens at a crossing street. Let's say you're on one side of the street that goes north, right? When you're looking at the accident that's happening south of you, that's all you're seeing, right? Are you seeing the accident? Yes. But are you seeing what's happening on the other side of the street that's going south from their perspective? No. Or people who are on the left side, what is seeing from their left side going east, and those the street going west. All of you are seeing the same thing at the same time, but what are you guys really seeing? You're seeing a different perspective. So you're gonna look around and say, "Well, I saw him do this." You'll be like, "Well, I didn't see him." How can you say you didn't see him when you're on the other side? You can't see him. And how can you deny the other person who's on the other side seeing what he's seeing and basically deny what he see? So we have to learn that each one of us will have a different perspective. But when it all comes full circle, maybe you can fill holes on certain things that you couldn't see, So, of course, we always gonna debate, and there's nothing wrong with that. But you have to be honest with yourself. Be like, you know what? Maybe what this person's saying. Let me look up into it, right? I may not agree with it, but at least let me see what this person see, and let me just use my own brain and come up with my own conclusion. Now, let me read this part. It says concerning Apollo, right? Lady Liberty. It says male lovers. I'll just name. It says Hyacinth or Hyacinus or Hyacinthus was one of Apollo's favorite lover. He was a Spartan prince, beautiful and athletic. Fist bump. uh, it says the pair was practicing throwing to discuss. I think it's the disc, the little Olympic. Yeah, the Olympic disc. Um, yeah, you probably can. It's was a discus discus. It's in the Olympics. You know those guys who will grab like a heavy disc on one arm and then do like a spin around so they can throw it. and see how far the throw will go, right? It says when a discus thrown by Apollo was blown off, of course, by the jealous Zephyrus and struck I was Hyacinthus in the head, killing him instantly. It says Apollo is said to be filled with grief. Out of Hyacinthus' blood, Apollo created a flower named after him as a memorial to his death, and his tears stained the flower's petal with the interjection Ahaya, mean Aya was a Ai, meaning alas. He was later resurrected and taken to heaven. The festival Hyacithia was a national celebration of Sparta, which commemorated the death and rebirth of Hyacinthus. Hyacinthus. So this dude, this lady, quote unquote, this god, this ancient Greek god, was a man lover. Ah, this whole thing started a long time ago. It's not. There's nothing new, you know. So the, I'll say there's more to this than what led me to my conclusion. But I mean, like, but even just looking at the statues, man, like, I mean, we know already. I'm an artist. I took a lot of art classes. You know, the art world is very very sodomite like. You know that world, that realm. So if this guy was an artist, and we've known from art history that a lot of models, there were no female models. All statues that you think are females were actually they actually use young men as models for the female statues. So they will take a male because they say young boys, you know, they're maturing. They don't have that manly body yet. So they will use their young age form as a model for the female body statue. Because back then in society, women were seen as second class citizens. There are certain things women can do. And here's another secret, regarding Shakespeare and theater. Since ancient time, women were not allowed uh, to be actresses, to play in plays and stuff like that. So the question will be, who played the female role of a script in theater? Can you guess? It was all males. They wear wigs and all that stuff, fake breast and all that stuff. So who's to say that what was being done in ancient time is not being done now? Hmm? Even we can look at Hollywood right now. A lot of people will be surprised to find out that a lot of our favorite quote unquote actors or actresses are know who you were told they are. And it will be happening soon. I mean, look with this whole incident with Will Smith and Jada Pinkett. Those are two sodomites. I think people are not even realizing that those are two sodomites. Will Smith, he swing both ways, right? You guys have forgotten about that? So it's like why people why is it a big deal now from the media side? Like it's one of the main topic right now. Why? It's not a surprise. That lifestyle leads you to that. So it should be a surprise. I mean, come on. That's the lifestyle they want to promote out there. And there's nothing you can do about it. I mean, it's the way society is. So in conclusion, guys, this is my opinion. And when I realized, I'm like, wait a minute. And I looked at the history and seeing that the statue is a representative of a lot of things, the personification of liberty, but the actual source is actually a female I mean, not a female deity, but a male personification of a lot of things, and they dressed him up to make him look female. That's our Statue of Liberty. Let me show you this picture one more time. This is a painting of supposedly Apollo. And then you see this, it's, you think this image is of a female, but no. Even though it seems like it's, female like, the model for this character was actually male. The lady on his side. Yeah, I think you guys cannot see my arrow. The the female who's sitting looking up to Apollo, whoever the model for this painting was actually a male. And I even remember a few years back, like in art classes, most of the time the model they don't they in the art world they don't like using female models for drawing classes. Most of the time they will use a male. Usually you have to be a chubby. And this is the argument I remember my teacher said. She said the reason why they have to use chubby men as models is because they're very voluptuous, and that little chub, the little rolls in his belly and all that. Basically, a fat man is a great model because he got those curves. Oh man. Let me see. Let me look at the chat. I wasn't even looking at the chat because I was just looking at some of the articles and I'm like, man, it's let me read another one. Uh about Apollo. It says another man lover was Cyparissus, a descendant of Heracles or Hercules. Well, it says Admetus, the king of Phaerae, was also Apollo's lover. Uh, wow. It says the romantic nature of their relationship was first described by Callimachus of Alexandria, who wrote that Apollo was fire with love for Admetus. Huh? Man, guys, I always say sometimes when you seek knowledge, man, you go into the rabbit hole where you just gonna be like, man, I knew it's gonna be something crazy like this, but it's like I wanna get out, but I'm already too deep. I might as well just keep sinking. I know a lot of people won't like this. They were gonna deny. They'll be like, "How can you say this?" But like I say, this kind of stuff is not for everyone. Some people may look at this as an entertainment, but I'm like, it's just an opinion and observation that I've had. I've been thinking about, like, man, that statue doesn't look. There's nothing female about it. And even if it is, and the background story, there's a lot of theory and all that. But the artist himself say that that symbol, what motivated him to make the statue was basically Lady Liberty and freedom, and because he was basically moved by the symbol of America and all that stuff. So he decided to make something, and it was brought here in America as a gift from France. So, in my conclusion, guys, I believe the Statue of Liberty is not a female. It's Apollo. It's Apollo. Hmm. Let's see. Let me look at the chat. I wasn't even looking. I see Lou. Let's see. Hold on. I see we have a new viewer. Was it ethnic Clancy? What? He say, yeah, that's okay, man. I understand you may not like this kind of conversation, but I mean, we still have to ask those questions, man. Because how in the hell you gonna stand there and look at a statue that's male and say, "Oh well, I think it's we shouldn't care about that. You state the quote unquote statue of David, and he got a little wee wee. I mean, it's evident what it is, right? But it's hard to tell a statue that's wearing a clothes covered, but the symbolism and everything about it is masculine, and it reference a Greek god that represented that symbolism. So it's wild, man. It's wild. It's wild. So, but I'm glad. I'm glad I was able to basically do this live show because it was something that was on my mind. I was like, if I don't say anything, it might slip my mind. So I was like, you know what? Let me just make a stream after my last stream, so I can talk about this. I'll probably gonna make another stream. This is fun. Making streams is fun because I can speak into the wind, and those who may be interested in this kind of stuff, they'll jump on it. They're gonna be like, man, I've thought of that. It'll be like, man, this guy, hey, I'm not the only one who thinks like this. Oh man, this is wild, man. So yeah, that's my conclusion. Uh, this is my theory. I'll say that the Statue of Liberty, the symbol, it's not a male. I mean, it's not a female. It's actually Apollo, the Greek god. Let's see. I mean, I'm pretty much done. I pretty much use all the information that I could find. That's straight to the point. But anyone who wants to participate, I can post the link if you want to come up and just if you disagree and you want to fight back like the gentleman here, anti-ethnic cleansing. You're welcome to jump out. I just posted a link there. I see I have two people. I know Doug said he was working, so he probably won't be able to jump in. Let's see. Yeah, anyone is welcome to jump in to talk about Apollo. But yeah, this is just an observation. It's like I could be wrong, but the best person who could actually tell us exactly, what quote unquote gender will be assigned to the statue, that guy is long gone. He's dead. But from his own mouth, when he mentioned about the symbolism of the statue, he said the statue represented freedom, liberty, and all that stuff, right? But that's all it is to it. He didn't really add much information on it. But based on the the symbolism of Apollo as a god of refugees and foreigners, all that detailed info, man, it's hard not to put two and two together. And the statues look so much alike, like the one I showed you earlier. Let's see, these two right here. I mean, there's no denial, man. There's no denial. Where's the other one? This right here. It's it's undebatable, But that is just my opinion for this particular subject. Anyone who's welcome. If not, I'm just gonna end this stream and then basically wait till the process, and then I'll upload it on the other channel. Since YouTube is a hater and won't allow me to upload anything on the other channel just yet, so I'm still waiting. So yeah, guys, that was pretty much it. uh, I wanted to make like a short stream about this subject. It was on my mind. And now that I made a stream about it, I can forget about it now. It can just go away. All right, guys. I'll give you a few more minutes. Whoever wants to jump in and basically anyone who has an opinion, whether they agree or disagree, they're welcome to jump in. Don't be shy. I won't bite. Don't look. Don't and please, guys, don't take this too seriously. This is just entertainment moment. This is just an observation I had. Uh, the artists. The artists who made the Statue of Liberty. All they say was it's to just represent liberty, personifying all that stuff. But my argument is that it's actually Apollo, the Greek god of refugees, foreigners, and sailors. And that's what the symbol of the Statue of Liberty means. It's for immigrants and everybody who comes here in America seeking freedom and the pursuit of happiness. So that's my take on it. What's up, Benny? How you doing, man? You missed out the good stuff. I hope your day is going well. You're welcome to jump in if you got nothing else. Basically, I just use this stream to basically prove my opinion that the Statue of Liberty it's actually a dude, man. It's Apollo, the Greek god in disguise, wearing a dress, and I basically use the information concerning him and Lady Liberty to basically show you that the Statue of Liberty basically embodies all the symbolism, but it's not a lady, as they call her. They call her Lady Liberty. No, it's actually a dude. So that's my conclusion. Yeah, whenever you play it, you listen to the playback, you understand what I mean. And the one thing that happened was when I was talking in the beginning, I was on mute by accident. So I had to unmute myself and basically uh unmute myself so I can talk about it. Yes, you see what I mean? Look at this picture, right? These two. Let me remove the banner. Hold on. Look at it, right? And let me show you the other one that looks like a close up. Hold on one second. Look at the side right here, right? See, what they've done is because they call her or it Lady Liberty, so in your mind, you're like, oh, it's a lady. But as you start to grow up and you start to notice, you're like, wait a minute, this is weird. And look at this painting right here. Look, that's him, Apollo, right there, holding like an instrument that looks like a harp. Um, and look how he looks. Yeah, very feminine, right? And the lady looking up, that's actually a man. Because in the ancient time, like they didn't allow women to do this kind of stuff. So models were basically males, and usually they use young men to basically model. So that's one painting. And look at this one. This is another drawing, and this is another statue of Apollo holding an instrument. But this man, man, when I saw this pic, man, it took me back. I was like, whoa, 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 whoa. I was like, whoa, whoa. I was like, this is not possible. This is not possible. Don't tell me. No, it's not true. Let me show you another painting or another drawing of Apollo. This one right here. It's an old picture. I forgot the source, but I remember seeing it years back in some of the art books I used to look on. And look, notice the sea. I mean, the ships coming between his legs. That's a symbolism. He's the god of foreigners, sailors, and all that stuff. So, what difference is this to this to this? See, it's something when you think about it, you're like, man, it's like it was always around us, but we were so stupid and blinded with all this stuff we couldn't see it because when you told it like over and over, oh, Lady Liberty, it stays in your mind ever since you're young. So whenever you think about the Statue of Liberty, you think about a woman holding a torch, and she's holding like a document on on the hand. But it's not a lady; it's a dude. Dude looks like a lady. That's the game. So that's basically my conclusion, man. Yeah, I see nobody wants to come on. Everybody's shy. Don't be shy, man. This is an entertainment moment for me, man. I did a lot of talking to basically explain what the hell just what this statue is. So I don't mind allowing someone else to jump in and basically talk to. So yeah, Lady Liberty. Dude looks like a lady. Hey Benny, let me read you a quote from you know that song, Dude Looks Like a Lady? You remember that song? Dude looks like a lady. Let me read you one of the verse of the song. I read it earlier for the guys who were here earlier. It's almost I've been here for 1 hour. Let me read you this lyric and tell me if it's not suspect. Huh? Okay. Uh it says backstage we're having the time of our lives, right? He's talking about a lady that he saw, right? He said he said we're having the time of our lives until somebody says, "Forgive me if I seem out of line." Then she whipped out a gun and tried to blow me away. Get it? And then it says, "So never judge a book by its cover, or who you gonna love by your lover. Love put me wise to her love in disguise. She had the body of a Venus. Lord, imagine my surprise." And like I said earlier before you came in, man, is it a coincidence that this particular song, was used in a scene on the movie Miss Doubtfire, where Robin Williams play a drag because he wanted to be close to his children? Why did don't you think the producer of that movie picked that song because the song talks about that lifestyle? Huh? uh, the oh man. This kind of stuff. I love this kind of stuff. It's interesting. You're like, wow, putting two and two together. Yeah, what did it say? Then she whipped out a gun and tried to blow me away. Uh, 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 wow, it's very very interesting. So yeah, man. Since a lot of people are shy, they don't want to jump in on this topic. I'm gonna end this stream, man. I just wanted to make this video, man. So remember, Lady Liberty is not a lady. That's what I'll leave you guys with. I could play like this stream, like that song did looks like it will really, really be good for this stream, but YouTube, I hate you and you hate me, so I'm not gonna do it. So thank you guys for coming up. Shout out to everybody. Uh, if another topic comes up, I'll make another stream. But this is one stream that I really, really wanted to jump on. Really, really. All right, guys. Stay tuned for more. Y'all have a blessed evening and be safe out there, man. And don't wear that mask. It's bad for you. All right, guys. Peace.